Right now, in your kitchen, there are leftovers you're probably planning to reheat. But I have to tell you, for some of those foods, your microwave simply cannot save you.
You know, what looks like a perfectly harmless meal you save for tomorrow, well, it could be harboring some really invisible dangers. And look, if you're over the age of 60, those dangers, they're significantly more serious for you. We need to talk about this. So let's just dive right into this number, because it is absolutely staggering. The CDC tells us that adults over 65, you account for more than 60% of all deaths from foodborne illness in the U.S. It's because things like time, temperature, and just a naturally weakening immune system, they create a perfect storm. We just can't ignore this risk. Now, here's what's so interesting and honestly terrifying about all this. We think reheating food makes it safe, but one of the foods we're about to talk about, it harbors a toxin that is completely heat stable. I mean, you can boil it, you can fry it, you can blast it in the microwave, and that toxin, it's still going to be there. And get this, another really common leftover can, if the conditions are just right, or I should say just wrong, it can create a neurotoxin, one so powerful that even microscopic amounts can literally paralyze you. We are not talking about a simple stomachache here. This is life or death stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to identify these hidden dangers. We're going to walk through the 5 most dangerous leftovers, and that includes food number 4, which honestly, it shocked me. It looks totally harmless. It might even be wrapped in foil on your counter right now, and it could be producing one of the deadliest toxins on the planet. But stick with me, because we're going to end with a clear, super simple safety plan to protect you. All right, let's get right into it. We're starting with one of the most common and, you'll see, surprisingly dangerous foods you'll find in just about any kitchen. So just picture a bowl of leftover rice sitting there on your kitchen counter. It looks fine, right? Smells perfectly fine. It seems like the most innocent food in the world, but inside, an invisible threat could be multiplying by the minute. Okay, so here's the science behind it. When you cook rice, it kills the bacteria, sure, but it doesn't kill the tough little spores of a bacterium called Bacillus cereus. So if that cooked rice sits out on your counter for more than 2 hours, those spores wake up, they germinate, and they start producing a poison.
And yep, this is that heat-stable toxin I was telling you about. Your microwave cannot destroy it. Nothing can. And believe me, this isn't some rare thing. The CDC estimates this little bug, Bacillus cereus, causes about 63,400 cases of foodborne illness in the U.S. every single year. Now, for younger folks, it might just be a miserable day or two. But for seniors, that kind of severe vomiting can lead to dangerous dehydration, kidney failure, and even a trip to the hospital. So the fix for this, it's simple, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. You've got to get that cooked rice into the fridge within 1 hour. 1 hour. Plan to eat it within 24 hours. And look, if it sat out for more than 2 hours while you were eating and cleaning up, I know it's hard, but you have to throw it away. There are no exceptions. Okay, next up, let's talk about leftover chicken. Maybe it's from a rotisserie chicken you bought. You see it there, sizzling away in a hot pan. Well, here's the thing. Every single time you reheat meat at a high temperature, you're actually increasing the amount of dangerous compounds, carcinogens. So these compounds are called heterocyclic amines, HCAs for short. The National Cancer Institute, they're the ones who confirm these are mutagenic. What does that mean? It means they can change your DNA that can increase your risk of cancer. So every time you blast that chicken on high heat, you're basically creating more and more of these HCAs, making it more dangerous each time. So what's the safe way? You gotta reheat it gently. Just use a low heat setting on your stove, maybe add a little splash of water and cover the pan to let it steam. But honestly, the absolute safest way to eat it is cold. Just chop it up and throw it in a salad or a sandwich. That way you skip the whole reheating problem entirely. All right, let's move on to a food we all think of as the pinnacle of health, spinach. But if you've got a container of cooked spinach that's been left sitting on the counter, well, there's a dangerous chemical transformation happening inside. Here's how it works. Spinach is naturally full of healthy, harmless things called nitrates.
But when it sits out at room temperature, bacteria get to work and they convert those nitrates into something called nitrites. Not good. Then, when you reheat it with high heat, those nitrates can turn into nitrosamines, and the World Health Organization calls those probable carcinogens. The key thing to remember is that this whole chain reaction starts with improper storage, so the fix is pretty similar to the rice. Get it in the fridge within an hour, reheat it gently, or, you know what, just eat it cold. But here's a really fantastic little trick. If you do reheat it, squeeze some fresh lemon juice on it. The vitamin C in the lemon actually helps block those dangerous nitrosamines from forming. How about that? And now food number 4. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that really keeps me up at night because it looks so completely harmless. It's just a baked potato, right? Wrapped up in aluminum foil, sitting there on your counter. Here is the terrifying reality. The spores of a bacterium called Clostridium botulinum, they live in the soil, so they can be right on the skin of the potato. Baking doesn't kill those spores, and that aluminum foil you wrapped it in, well, that creates a warm, moist environment with no oxygen. It is the perfect incubator for those spores to wake up and produce botulinum toxin, one of the deadliest substances known to science, period. And please don't think this is just theoretical. In 1994, there was a botulism outbreak in Texas that poisoned 30 people. And what was the source? A dip made from baked potatoes that had been left wrapped in foil at room temperature for days. 4 of those people, 4, ended up on ventilators just to be able to breathe. And this is the most terrifying part of all. You cannot see it. You cannot smell it. You cannot taste botulinum toxin. The potatoes in that outbreak, they looked and smelled completely normal, but they were filled with a lethal poison. Okay, number 5, real quick, mushrooms. Their proteins are incredibly delicate and they break down faster than almost any other cooked food. This makes them a perfect breeding ground for bacteria, which can cause some serious stomach upset and produce their own toxins if they're left out.
So let's be crystal clear on how to fix this. For potatoes, you take the foil off immediately after baking, and get them into the fridge within 2 hours. For mushrooms, the rule's even stricter. Into the fridge within 1 hour of cooking, and you eat them within 24 hours. And please, please, never, ever eat a foil-wrapped potato that's set out overnight. Okay, I know that was all pretty alarming, but I want us to shift now from fear to empowerment, because I'm about to give you 5 simple rules that will protect you from all 5 of these dangers. Think of this as your new kitchen safety plan. Okay, rule number 1, the 1-hour rule. All cooked food goes into the fridge within 1 hour. 2, the 24-hour rule. For those really fast-spoiling foods, we're talking rice, spinach, and mushrooms, eat them the very next day. 3, the 165-degree rule. When you reheat anything, the whole dish has to get to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. 4, the no foil rule. For baked potatoes, get that foil off right after cooking. And 5, and this one is crucial, the when in doubt rule. If something sat out for more than 2 hours, just throw it away. No second guessing. Just imagine this list taped right to your refrigerator door. And you know that 165-degree rule is only possible if you have one simple tool, a $10 instant read food thermometer.
I'm telling you, it is the single most important safety device you can have in your kitchen. It's no exaggeration. It can literally save your life. So, why is all of this so critical, especially for you? Let's just be really clear about why these rules matter so much. You know, as we get older, our immune systems naturally weaken a bit. Our stomachs produce less acid, which is a key defense against bacteria, like the one in rice. Our bodies just don't clear out toxins as quickly. So a bout of food poisoning that might be just a bad day for a 30-year-old, for a 70-year-old, it can cause dangerous dehydration and land you right in the hospital. Listen, I know that many of you were brought up with the value to never ever waste food. And I understand that. I respect that value so deeply. It's a wonderful value to have. But I really need you to hear me on this. The world we live in now, our understanding of these tiny microbes, it has changed. That bowl of rice that sat on the counter is no longer food. It's a risk that could put you in the hospital. That foil-wrapped potato left out after dinner isn't saving $1. It's a gamble with one of the deadliest toxins on Earth. So the next time you go to reheat a leftover, I'm just asking you to pause, just for a second. Ask yourself, when was this cooked? How long was it out? Is this truly safe? Your kitchen should be a place that nourishes you, not one that harms you. Please take these rules to heart.